Brandy and Ray J was in Roscoe's Chicken and Waffle, and they came out and told us like, man, the Mansfield Crips in there sweating Ray J then. And we went in there and got to fighting with just 5 of us, like 60 of these dudes. Like we fighting all the way out to Pico.
Yep.
And the thing that I illustrate to youngsters today, it's not playing the game. It's understanding the rules of the game. You can play all day, and every time you do something, I say a foul. But if you know the rules, hold up, that is not in here. So before you do a crime, you should know how much time that crime carries.
Real shit.
One of my homies, they broke in my house, right? When I was doing a detail with Mike Tyson. And when I was working with Mike, I came home one day and my house was burglarized. I mean, I felt, like really molested.
Right.
What the hell? First I thought it was an old girlfriend that did it.
Yeah.
Like what in the hell I done made mad?
Yeah.
Find out some of my little homeboys had burglarized my house.
Yeah.
So now I show you the savage in me. Instead of, the house was insured under AAA. All I had to do is make a police report, everything would have got replaced. Who can do that tomorrow?
Right.
These niggas go, what? In this neighborhood?
Yeah.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
So I ran up on little dude that did it, took him, but before he got to the hospital, he had told.
Damn.
I go to the feds though. The hell we're giving. I had Operation Safe Streets, 1968. Any known felon or gang member in commission of a crime with a gun that wasn't made in his state has a felony called commerce, interfering with commerce. The sentence carries 65 years.
Damn.
And not using the gun, just having it. And in the law library, I was looking at it and looking through law, and one law comprehends another law. And I looked one day and I seen this, computer fraud. What the fuck is computer fraud? Looking at the same elements of computer fraud.
Yeah.
And you can steal up to $80 million in computer fraud. And the top sentence is 48 months. I'm in the wrong game. The fuck? Nobody give a fuck about murder.
Yeah.
Murder's a liability.
Right.
But stealing money, they want to know how you got it.
Yeah. Exactly.
So I just changed my ways.
He got on his Marty.
Right. So you move from the streets
Ozark.
to the, I got you. So
Crime is not a crime till you get caught.
This is true. So where are you at with it now, G? I mean, and I want to touch on that. Like, you did work for Tyson. You did security for him. What kind of guy was Mike Tyson back then?
Same way he is right now. Mike is a genuine dude. He's, I bought my house through Mike. He takes care of all of his people.
Yeah.
If you bougie, he will bust you. He will bust you. But as far as one of the best details I ever had.
Wow. How'd you get into the security thing?
Captain Shahid Muhammad.
Okay.
When I got out of prison in 95, he didn't want me to go back. And he I've been knowing him ever since he was a businessman and in the Nation of Islam. So he was doing NOI security. So I got out of prison September the 19th, 1995. I went to the Million Man March. But I told you, when I got out of prison, I was determined. So I was at my mother's house and I was riding a bicycle all the way from Compton to Pico and La Brea to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffle, and for $5 an hour. So Cap hooked us up, and one day we was Brandy and Ray J was in Roscoe's Chicken and Waffle, and they came out and told us like, man, the Mansfield Crips in there sweating Ray J then. And we went in there and got to fighting with just 5 of us, like 60 of these dudes. Like we fighting all the way out to Pico.
Yep.
And so like, damn, it's a standoff. Everybody got guns. Like, man, what y'all got to do with this? Like, hey, this is our job for $5. I'm like, so a brother named Hakeem, like, man, bruh, y'all know Shahid? Like, I said, man, you want to really make some money?
Yeah.
I said, as long as it ain't no felony.
Right.
He said, well, man, look, call me tomorrow and I'll put you to work.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hell, I did my first real security job. I did set it off with Queen Latifah them, and I was making $18 an hour.
Oh, okay, nice.
Then I did Rosewood.
Yeah.
Then I did Eraser with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Then I did when Pac did with Tim Roth. What was that? Gridlock.
Gridlock. Yeah.
Did Gridlock, and when I did Gridlock after I left, well, when Suge brought on Reggie Wright and brought on his own security team, we backed off of it, and then I went to work with Mike.
Okay.
And went to the Feds. Got out of the Feds in a year. Then I worked with Barry Hankerson and Black Ground Records.
Yeah.
Then I worked for Warner Brothers Music Group.
Oh, nice.
Then I left there and did Bobby Brown and Whitney Houston.
Yeah. Have you ran into have you actually had to get down bodyguard and security, doing security for these celebrities?
Hell no. Why? Why would I do that?
Yeah. No, I'm saying if a situation presented itself.
Most people that clown or got something to do. Mike can beat us all up. So
this is true.
It's just like, he gonna bail me out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's people that we didn't have to take down.
Yeah.
Like, it was amazing when I was doing Eraser with Arnold Schwarzenegger. When you go to the set, you couldn't call him Arnold. Everybody had to call him Mr. Schwarzenegger, right?
Yeah.
So when I got on the detail with Mike, when white people would come up and like, hey, Mike, did you go to school with him?
Yeah.
That's Mr. Tyson.
Right.
And do the same thing to us.
Yeah.
On first name basis because you're not allowed to do it on the sets with white folks.
Right.
You couldn't do it with Sylvester Stallone. You couldn't do any of that stuff around there.
Yeah, I bet you had some crazy times or seen some crazy times with Bobby Brown and Whitney.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah, you still kick it with Bobby?
We haven't been in contact with, working is working.
Yeah.
We ain't friends.
Okay.
I mean, me and him are friends.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, he's an Aquarian, I'm an Aquarian. We space cadets. You dig what I'm saying? So B. Brown, he 100 with it, you know what I'm saying? So I don't go, like I said, a guy told me in San Quentin, Joe Louis Sturgis out of New Orleans said, man, you know what, Marv? He said, man, I was looking in the almanac the other day, and I seen that Compton ain't but 10 square miles. At that time, I didn't know it was 10 square miles.
Yeah.
He said, man, it's 250 y'all in here for murder. I thought Compton was big as China.
No, that's real shit.
He said, damn. And he said, y'all getting out and going right back?
Yeah.
And his words were, you going to eat where you shit at.
Right.
He said, when I get out, I'm going back to New Orleans. So I'm like, so then when I got out, I started keeping the crime rate up in their states. Why do it in mine?
So let me ask you. So I mean, now, like we said, you have the internet infamy. The situation with you is as you tagged him, Yosemite Sam. Have y'all been able to squash that yet? Has that been resolved?
I ain't dead. It's not resolved until something come to a head.
Okay.
But I see right now, I ain't been taking no podcast. Because you never know what a person to do. Young boy, PMB, he got caught, they just asked me on a podcast the other day about what I feel about checking in.
Yeah.
Everybody checks in.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't go, I've been to Kansas City, I'm in Kansas City, Missouri, Charles Hendricks back in the day. I couldn't sell PCP in your state.
Yeah.
If I did, either one or two things was gonna happen to me. If y'all couldn't kill me, you gonna tell the police on me.
Yeah.
I'm holding court, standing trial. Why ain't I see you round back when I was down? Karma's on the way. What goes around comes around. Karma's on the way. There's nothing you could do now. You gotta pay.